Did you ever find yourself in a classroom eagerly learning about the science of relationships? Yeah, me neither. It's funny how our education system seems to have missed that important memo. Instead, they assume we'd naturally become relationship experts just because we're human. Oh, and let's not forget the influence of Disney and those Hollywood rom-coms. According to them, love conquers all, and we should live happily ever after with a simple sprinkle of magic. But let's get real here. Relationships are far from a fairy tale. How are we supposed to navigate the intricate dance of love when our partner's having a rough day? And what about unintentionally stepping on their values? It's like walking through a minefield. Our schools focus on academics, leaving us to figure out the ins and outs of relationships through trial and error, our upbringing, and whatever the media throws our way. It's time to understand the secrets of successful relationships and debunk those unrealistic notions. First up, are you guilty of being a my way or the highway kind of partner? Having preferences is totally normal and part of what makes us unique. But here's the catch. It's crucial not to turn those preferences into a battleground with your partner. Sure, you can request that they try to keep the fridge organized or respect your bed-making rituals. But turning every slip-up into a reason for anger or creating a hostile environment of rigid rules, that's a big no-no. Let's remember that love and harmony thrive when we embrace each other's quirks and find a balance that respects both of our preferences. So let's ditch the hostility and create a space where both partners can feel comfortable, accepted, and free to be themselves. It's all about finding that sweet spot where compromise meets understanding and where love shines brighter than any perfectly folded towel or neatly arranged fridge. This might come as a surprise to some, but regardless of your intentions to improve your partner's well-being or address their challenges, you do not have the right to dictate what your partner should do with their own life. While you may genuinely desire them to eat healthier, distance themselves from toxic family members, or even exercise, it's essential to remember that you cannot control their actions. Punishing your partner when they don't comply with what you want is an attempt to control and manipulate their behavior. And you guessed it, it's not okay. No one gets to have authority over another adult because, to be super clear, that's abuse. Next up is a common occurrence in relationships when we believe we're shouldering most of the workload, while our partner is convinced they're doing a significant share as well. The reality is that we tend to have a limited awareness of what our partner does. We are acutely aware of our own efforts, but often unaware of the tasks our partner takes on. In this way, we may unknowingly overstate our own contribution to responsibilities. Instead of making assumptions or overclaiming, let's strive for a more accurate perspective. Set aside the tendency to inflate our own contributions and work together to create a shared understanding of the workload. Now let's talk about disagreements. It's disheartening to witness couples engaging in hurtful behavior during arguments, where the sole intention is to cause pain to the other person. While it's understandable that they may be feeling hurt themselves, it's crucial to recognize that hurting your partner emotionally serves no constructive purpose. As someone intimately familiar with your partner, you possess knowledge of their vulnerabilities and what comments will hit them the hardest. However, it's important to question the purpose behind attacking the person you love in such a manner. What's the point of hurting someone you love? In the heat of the moment, it can be challenging to control our emotions, but it's essential to remember the love and respect that form the foundation of your relationship. Choose kindness over cruelty and nurture the bond you share. We all know how heated arguments can get, especially when we're passionate about our opinions. It's easy to get caught up in a never-ending cycle of trying to prove our point or refusing to let go. But holding on to anger will not prevent your partner from making mistakes in the future, and it certainly won't bring you immediate relief. Instead, it's more beneficial to focus on healing and rebuilding the trust and connection between you. By accepting your partner's sincere apology, you create an opportunity for growth and understanding within your relationship. Let's keep in mind that forgiveness is not about forgetting or accepting the actions that led to the conflict. It's about making a conscious decision to release the anger and resentment, creating space for healing within yourself and your relationship. By doing so, you create space for open communication, empathy, and the possibility of a stronger and more resilient bond. Let's face it, life isn't meant to be a constant state of comfort. As human beings, we are wired to grow, overcome challenges, and expand our capabilities. It's an inherent part of who we are. When we stop growing, we stop truly living. Curiously, when it comes to our relationships, we often hit the brakes on personal growth. We mistakenly believe that marriage or long-term partnerships should provide us with constant happiness and satisfaction. However, the essence of a committed relationship is not just about seeking personal happiness. It's about fostering growth. Marriage has the power to transform us into better individuals, but it requires effort, selflessness, and a willingness to continuously learn and improve. Our partners challenge us to become better versions of ourselves, shaping our character and instilling virtues in our lives. However, this growth doesn't come from remaining in a state of comfort. It arises from the journey of learning and striving for improvement. Yes, growth often involves facing growing pains. It can be uncomfortable. Yet, it is through these challenges that we discover our true potential and build a fulfilling and meaningful partnership. I can't wait to hear your valuable insights and personal experiences. Don't hesitate to share your journey by leaving a comment below. Your voice matters.